Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of crude has moved in the last 2 days and how the price of crude can move in the next 2 days. See, if you look at the chart of crude, what we have seen from 3 days, there is a continuous upside. As you can see, there are three green candles are forming. Okay, now it is trying to go higher and much higher because it has already moved out of a 4-day zone. You can see this is the zone. If you look at this, it has on the high of that resistance, and if it sustains that level, a further upside movement we can see. Okay, and suppose if the price keeps sustaining above that level, a further high we can see towards $75.19, which is already of this zone. As you can see, it is at a resistance. So if it sustain above that level, a further upside we can see. And once started going above that level, a further high towards a level of 75.13 we can see. And if it started going higher, going above a level of 75.13, we will see that it can cross a level of 76. And once started going above 76, then a trend will form. So further upside we can see towards 77, a further higher. Okay, now if you look at the trend of crude from 3-4 days, you can say for a week, the trend it is from 3-4 days, it is continuously upside. So if started going below a level of $73, $73.5, then we can see there will be a pattern forming which showing a further downtrend. Okay, but if it started sustaining above $76, a further high and the pattern towards an upside we can see, and from there a probability of crossing 78 also we can see. Looking at this particular chart, there is opposite U pattern is forming. Okay, and once this opposite U pattern is forming, so one started going below a level of $71 to a level of 69, and then from there a further downfall we can see, because there is a clear downfall we can see looking at this particular chart. Okay, see, this is opposite U pattern. After that there is a high, and one started moving below a level of 71. From there it can move below a level of 69, and once started moving below that level, a further fall we can see towards 67. And if started moving below that level, a further fall. If you look at the dollar index also, it is trying to go upside. Okay, after being from 2 days, there is a continuous fall, but for this particular day we have seen an upside. Okay, and this is inversely related with crude, and other factor also affecting the price of crude. So if it started moving upside, we can see a strengthening in the dollar prices, which can in turn reduce the price of crude. Okay, but if the price keeps sustaining, this one of the factor I'm telling you. Okay, so if started going above that level, we can see a fall in the price, but if started moving below this level, a further upside in the crude we can see. Okay, now, so before I move ahead and explain you where the price of crude can move in the next 2 days, if you have any doubts, you can mail me at stockmarkettradinglab@gmail.com, and one more mail ID in the description. And please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work, and a telegram link also given in the description. You can join that too. Okay, let's see if the price sustain this level, and chances are very high yes it will sustain. So what we can see, suppose if the price sustain this level, we can see it can touch a level of $75.22. Okay, and once the price keeps sustaining of that level, a further upside we can see towards a level of 75.4. Okay, and once started going up 75.4, a further upside towards a level of $76.2 we can see. This $76.2 is a strong resistance. So once the price started sustaining 76.2, a further high we can see towards a level of 77. Okay, and once the price started sustaining of 77, a further high we can see towards a level of $77.8. Okay, and from there a probability of touching a level of 78.3. Okay, and if that level sustain, a further upside we can see towards a level of 79.31, which is already being at the high of this zone. So once and that level, the resistance is already being a weak resistance, so chances are high we can see it will cross that level and it will go towards 81. Okay, and once the price sustain above $81, a further upside we can see that it will cross a level of $81, and from there it can go towards 82.87. Okay, and once started going of 82.87, we will see a level of $83.7. Okay, and if the price keeps sustaining over $83.7, a further upside we can see towards a level of $85.25, and this $85.25 is a half this zone. Okay, so once the price keeps sustaining over 85.5, a further high we can see, and then we can say a level of 86.17 to a level of 88. Okay, and if the price keeps sustaining over 88, a further upside movement we can see. But suppose if the price didn't sustain, as I have already explained you, market is always uncertain, so try to set your SL. If you are setting your SL, you will save your capital. If you are trailing your SL, you will save your profit. These two things you can do. Okay, but if you're doing these two things, you will be sustaining for a longer period of time and you can make a good profit ahead. But suppose if the price didn't sustain, what we can see, it can come down towards a level of $74.13. If the price falling below that level, a further fall we can see towards a level of 73.56. Okay, and once started going below this particular zone, we will see a level of 72.39. Okay, and then a further downfall because pattern will form, and from there we can see a level of 71.75 to a further downfall towards a level of around $70.59. Okay, keep that in mind that once the price started falling below a level $70.59, a further downfall we can see towards a level of 70.13. Okay, and then from there a further fall towards a level of 69.23. Okay, and this is the zone where the price of crude was moving. So once started falling below 69.23, a further fall we can see towards $68.2. Okay, and once started moving below this level, because 68 is a strong support, so once the price started falling below this particular level, a further downfall we can see towards a level of 66.8. And if that level move further down, a further fall we can see towards a level of $64.41. Okay, and this is how once the price started falling below that particular zone, a further downfall we can see. Okay, any doubt regarding this, you can mail me or go in the mail id is also in the description. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up.